Thank you for taking the time to watch this safety instruction video. While we all look forward to a pleasurable experience for the children, we cannot overlook the necessary steps to ensure a safe inflatable setup. The organizations that create standards for inflatable bounce rides are concerned for the safety of your children. A safe inflatable experience begins at the rental counter. Choose a ride that is age appropriate and will fit safely in the area you have chosen for setup. Take this time to go over any specific instructions with the rental store employee. Pay close attention to all setup and safety instructions. Know your responsibilities concerning safe operation of the inflatable. The rental store employees know how to handle inflatables. They will help to load the ride, but you will have to handle the ride safely after you leave the rental store. The nature of these rides is that they are quite heavy and bulky. Remember to lift with your legs and not with your back. Remember, safety first every time. If you have chosen a 13 by 13 ride, find a level area approximately 20 by 20. Grass areas are preferred. If the wind conditions exceed 15 miles per hour, do not install the unit. Spread a ground cover over the desired setup location. All debris and potential obstructions should be cleared from the area. The sides should be accessible to the vehicle if possible. Place the ride into the center of the ground cover. Remove the straps from the rolled up ride, paying close attention to the location of the inflation tubes which will be attached to the blower. Determine the ultimate location of the blower. Securely attach the inflation tube to the blower. Most rides require a 15 or 20 amp GFCI protected power source within 100 feet of the setup area. This extension cord should be no smaller than 12 gauge and no longer than 50 feet. The blower for the ride should be the only working appliance on any given circuit. Prior to turning on the blower, be sure that any children are clear of the immediate area. Inflate the ride by turning the switch on at the blower. Ensure that the stakes provided are driven in completely. Use a stake cap or other protective device to reduce the tripping hazard. Contact your rental store if you have any questions or problems. Slides are particularly dependent on sufficient staking to limit the chance of them becoming unstable. This is a good time to verify that the stakes are holding securely. In cleaning up spills, do not use bleach or products that contain bleach, as they can damage the fabric of the ride. It is suggested that a perimeter be established to limit access to the ride. Be sure to review the operating instructions. They should be attached to the front of the ride and/or supplied separately. Do not exceed the ride's rated capacity. Before operating the ride, have the children remove their shoes, leaving their socks on, jewelry, and any sharp objects. Group children by size. Larger children should not be jumping with the smaller children. Make sure that the entry and exit is secure. Constant adult supervision is extremely important. Horseplay should not be allowed. Unload the ride one participant at a time. Help smaller children to exit the ride safely. If the power fails and the ride begins to deflate, tell the children to remain calm and stay on their knees. Once the ride has been deflated, remove the stakes. Pay special attention to the deflation tubes and allow any air to escape. Fold the ride onto itself from the sides. Prior to rolling the ride, fold each side to the middle with the tubes extending from one end. Then fold the ride in half again. Complete by rolling from the front end toward the deflation tubes. When the ride has been rolled to the deflation tubes, unroll 1/2 turn and fold the tubes into the roll to protect them. Finish the roll by attaching the transport straps around the rolled unit. If the ride has been supplied with a bag, then stand the ride on its end and slide the bag over the top. Turn the ride over and pull the bag up completely. Carefully load the ride into your vehicle. Upon returning to the rental store, discuss any issues of safety with the rental store employees. In closing, remember to look left, right, up, and down before setting up the ride. Looking down also includes knowing what obstructions, such as utility lines, are under the soil surface before driving stakes. Please don't take unnecessary risks in hosting an event where inflatables are used, since other people's safety is dependent on you. Following these step-by-step instructions should allow you to host a safe and enjoyable inflatable event.